Hello. Um, just a few minutes ago, I made a video about, well, a little bit about the economy and kids and health and such. And in talking about the kids, I was mentioning that they should learn anatomy, physiology, and basic biochemistry um, all through grade school until they graduate from high school. And also, you could add nutrition and a few other things to that mix. So they have an idea as to how or what it takes to maintain their health and how food is grown. They can figure out that it takes healthy soil to have a healthy food to keep their body strong. The health bill for the U.S. Consumer was a little over $5 trillion in 2024. And I don't know what it is for 2025, but most likely it's going to increase, even just through inflation, if nothing else. With kids having that knowledge or understanding of what it takes to maintain their health, they could cut that in half easily or more. And also with right now they've got too many bases around the world, and we're still too much on paranoia, I think, as a country, and extracting resources unfairly from other countries. Well, I can't say that for a fact. I think my cat again. Sorry. I think that I don't know what it's going to take. We've made such exploitation of other countries kind of a thing. I'm almost wondering if I really don't know. I guess I don't know enough about that to understand why we have to waste resources the way we waste them, and why we have to exploit other countries the way we exploit them. And I shouldn't just say we. I mean, the IMF, the European Union, they're just as bad as we are. In fact, before they became the European Union with different countries, they would exploit countries all over the world well before we were even established as a country. So right now the mindset is that way. Extract, develop things we really don't need. And what they needed from us, I think, when they developed a lot of these products we don't really need, they needed sources of income. So they've kind of been farming the world public, the American public, for as much financial support, in other words, our dollars, as they could. And of course, between advertising and the subliminal advertising too, that gets people to buy things they really don't need, that kind of drove our economy. But that is just extracting resources from the general public. It's not developing a system to guide society to a healthier future. Maybe they figure they have to eliminate most of us before they can start their program of developing health, or maybe they'll never figure it out because they're so blinded by the financial end of it and distrust of people and other organizations that maybe they'll never see what it really takes to develop a healthy society. I don't know. I'm a little bit out. And also, when I talked about the basis, they can cut the basis in half easily. We don't need to have that much. We should let the other countries develop. If they want to develop their military, so be it. Let them take responsibility, and we don't need to be the nanny state for those folks. And let other countries, China, Russia, India, patrol trading routes, shipping routes, or other routes within their area, their territories. And that would cut down a lot of the expense that the United States has to go through to keep these fishing lanes, shipping lanes open. And that money could also go towards, say, the children's lunch programs, which I understand, or at least I thought I heard they were trying to reduce. I voted for President Trump 3 times, and But this last time, though, I didn't vote so much for him as I did for his support staff, because I'm getting a little, I'm getting that feeling that I think he wanted to do the right thing, but I just don't think he can. I think that he finally realized that there's powers out there that could probably crush him like a bug. He's a billionaire, but there's probably enough billionaires out there that could neutralize him if they wanted to. So that's why I think he's doing all these dumb things with these conflicts overseas. They think they can destroy a country or subdue a country, and they don't think there's going to be resentment. Or they figure the resentment will dissipate over time. I don't know. If you kill a person's family, I don't see that happening anytime soon, and I don't even think it's a good strategy. They should have just been fair in developing the countries in the first place. I don't understand the CIA. I understand maybe that they know things people don't because they're more aware of they have more situational awareness. That's what they're taught, and I imagine it's more like a religion to them, where the person, day-to-day person, just goes to the work, they do their thing with the kids, their wife, or their community, and they don't pay much attention to what's going on around the world. So but the CIA is still, that kind of bugs me. I would think there'd be groups within there that would have the concept of what I talk about, developing a healthier society and the benefit it would be to everybody. But the system is developed to the point where they progress so fast. Now this AI, they talk about efficiency and replacing humans and such, but even to develop that, they need resources to do that. And where are they going to get the resources from? Are they going to get it from the countries that have them fairly? Or are they going to try to come up with schemes to extract as much as they can, as cheaply as they can, with in the realm of exploiting the resource country? To me, that's the route I see them developing, but I can't say I'd see it based on personal experience. I have to kind of rely on what I see developing, patterns I see developing over time. And the biggest pattern is the almost $39 trillion deficit that we have in the United States, as well as the hundreds of trillions of dollars of this, what do they call that debt, where they got debt upon debt upon debt. But anyways, I think folks would know what I'm talking about. It's just a stupid development. I'm not the only one that thinks this way. And I would think, though, our think tanks would understand these concepts. And that's why I'm wondering why I think they may have just either waited too long to let the population grow, and they're extracting as much resources as they can, and then they're going to make money when the system crashes because they know how to short these markets. The bigger institutions do. So, and it's not going to change soon until they get kids the working knowledge they need, the health knowledge I mentioned in the past, anatomy, physiology, basic biochemistry, nutrition, and all that sort of thing. Until they get to that point, we're going to keep making the same mistakes. Kids are going to still be irritated with their parents, with society as a whole, because intuitively they know they're not getting the knowledge and resources they need to develop the way they should. And if there are people who understand this and are still progressing the way we're progressing anyways, that's a disaster just waiting to happen. I don't think they've got the resource for all this AI stuff figured out yet, and they haven't figured a way to make money off of it yet. And again, who's gonna be able to buy the stuff that the AI produces if they're replacing jobs with this UBI stupid stuff? I mean, universal basic income may help a person survive, but it's not going to help a person thrive, and it's going to actually, even if they're not aware of it, it's going to make them feel less good about themselves, and then go on self-destructive behavior. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's kind of been proven time and time again. If you don't give people the respect they need, or show them the respect they need, then they're going to just either self-destruct or be destructive to society as a whole. I don't know. I guess the thing that bugs me is why a simple person like myself understands this and sees it, and those in control are just so busy trying to take over the world or exploiting other resources they don't or won't. But anyways, well, I guess complaining about it isn't going to help. Trying to develop a program where kids have that knowledge they need will help in time. But I'm not sure how long those in control are going to wait to develop that system. Like I say, I think they'll probably wait until after there's been a great, what do they call, black swan event of some sort where a lot of people have to suffer or die before they do develop it. I'd like to see them do it before that, but who's to say? We kind of get lost up in our own little world, and we don't even pay attention to things we should be paying attention to. And again, that's why our society is as sick as it is. So, you can correct me if you think that I'm off on my own personal analysis, or you can give me some suggestions as to who might have some better understanding, or maybe groups who are developing along the lines that I talk about towards a healthier society. Anyways, thank you for listening to my words. I don't know if it's really a diatribe, but certainly I could probably cut out a few phrases here and there. But anyways, thank you and bye for now.